Hello all and welcome to Duplicate Success International Monday Night Webinar. Today is Monday, April 24th. My name is Randy Crebs, Executive Gold Director from Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the distinct honor of introducing the host of tonight's webinar. He is a very well-respected business leader and mentor in this industry. You'll definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert continues to build his business successfully. He has achieved the rank of Emerald Director within our company. He is the co-founder of Duplicate Success International. He is an amazing leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my son. Jared, are you on the line?
I am, Dad. Thank you so much for the great introduction. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody to the webinar. I'm super excited. We have an amazing training. I want to welcome all of the brand new people who are on for the very first time as well. And we always start off our webinar by going over the DMO. And if you do these three things, you're going to be successful in your business. Number one, use the products every day, AM and PM. You have to be a product of the product. Number two, do your 2-2-2 for the day. That means get 2 presentation videos sent out, do 2 follow-ups with prospects that are on the fence, and 2 calls to existing clients or team members. It's really important to get your 2-2-2 out for the day. That is the engine of your business. And number 3 is to do 15 minutes of personal development material each day. That's reading books, listening to audios, or being on webinars. So you are on this webinar, you are doing your 15 or more minutes of personal development material today. I'm excited and proud of you for doing that. And what happens is as you continue to do personal development, your 2-2-2 improves. You get better skill sets, you get better habits, et cetera, et cetera. So they build off of each other. And if you do these 3 things every day, you will be successful, guaranteed. I know there's no guarantees in business, but there is a guarantee if you are consistent. And that has been shown over and over throughout the years. We've been with USANA over 10 years, and this organization continues to grow because of this DMO. So there's also 3 things that I want you to remember for a breakthrough. If you want to have a breakthrough in your business, you got to control these 3 things. Number 1 is your strategy. So we've already went through the strategy, the DMO. You have to have a strategy that works. And this strategy is something anybody can do. Anybody can get 2 videos out a day. Anybody can get 2 follow-ups done. And anybody can follow up and stay in touch with their team members and clients. So that's the strategy. We have a very good strategy. But number 2 is even more important. And that is the stories that you tell yourself. So do you tell yourself you're too old, or maybe you're too young, or maybe you're too, I don't know, maybe you don't have enough influence, or maybe you don't have enough money to build your business, or maybe whatever stories that you're telling yourself that's negative, you got to change those stories. You have to tell yourself, I can do this. You have to constantly put positive thoughts into your mind through the books that you read, through the audios that you listen to, through the affirmations that you say to yourself. If you're not doing affirmations, you're missing out in your business. Every morning I wake up, I go brush my teeth, and I pull out my affirmation cards, and my affirmation cards say positive things, and I tell myself positive stories. Some of the stories that I tell myself is that we're Emerald Executive Directors going to Punta Cana with many of our team going with us. I say that over and over. I say that we have tons and tons of huge client orders and ideal business partners, more than I can keep track of. And guess what? That is happening. That's happening on a big level with our team. So I keep telling myself the positive stories. I want to encourage you to tell yourself stories as well, because you have to influence your mind positively. And that's done in the morning when you brush your teeth. Number 1 is the state that you're in. That's your energy and your state of mind. If you're tired, if you're in a bad mood, don't make phone calls. Get yourself happy first. Take a nap. Get yourself in a positive mind frame. Put on your favorite music. Jump up and down. Get some energy going. They say emotion is created by motion. So you have to be in a high state before you work your business. Otherwise, you're just going to attract low energy people in low energy situations. So if you can control these 3 things, you're going to have a breakthrough in your business. And of course, this is a consistency game. So I want you to always remember about these 3 keys: your state, the stories you tell yourself, and your strategy. All right, so moving on, we're going to now go ahead and recognize the people who've been following these these strategies, who've been controlling the stories they tell themselves, who have been controlling their state. You can tell because they're signing people up. So let's get right into the recognition. First of all, big welcome to David Scott, new client introduced by myself and my wife, Crystal. David is from our self-expression and leadership program that we were doing with Landmark. Welcome, David. I'm excited for you to enjoy your Rev3 stick packs. Next, welcome Lee Oliva, new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Big congratulations, Renee and Megan, for all of your clients and all the business you're creating. And welcome, Lee. I love the truck. Welcome, Fred, new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Way to go, Renee and Megan, enrolling multiple clients in 1 week. And welcome, Fred, with your Biomega. Good choice. Also, welcome Tia Alicia, new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Way to go, Renee and Megan, top client enrollers in the United States market. Love it. Also, big welcome to Adriana Salas, new client introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Way to go, Lillian. Getting back on the boards. You had a huge week last week. I'm very proud of you, Lillian. 3 new client enrollments, making consistent checks. Thank you for all you do, Lillian. Next slide. Welcome, Lori Martinez, new client introduced by Denise Garcia. Way to go, Denise. Hitting the board. Your business is growing so fast, Denise. I'm so proud of you. And I heard about Lori and how she made a really big order. So big congratulations, Denise, and way to help Lori create a new future in her life with improved health. All right, now we're going to welcome our new associates that have started with us in the last week. Big welcome to Mike Machado, new associate introduced by Daniel Espinoza and Renee Martinez. Dad, can you see if Mike is on the line? And if he is, would love to say hello to him. If he's not, we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, I guess he's not on the line. Welcome, Johnny Alanis, new associate introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Also, Dad, could you check if Johnny's available? Johnny is a business owner. In fact, Johnny was one of Renee's very first prospects 2 years ago. And Johnny became a client first, and he loved the products for 2 years. He decided to upgrade into a business just this last week. And Johnny, I'm super excited for you. I declare that you have great results with your USANA business. You impact thousands of lives, just like you've already done with your traditional business. And really, really excited to be working with you. Welcome to the team.
I've got a 210-875 number and a call-in user number 1. Not sure.
Okay, if you can unmute yourself if that's Johnny, but I don't think that is. Johnny's got a 210-621 number.
Maybe
Okay.
it's this call-in user. Try
So
that.
we'll just go to the next. We'll go to the next.
Okay.
Big welcome to Angela Salim from Tennessee, new associate introduced by Ali Salim. Angela is actually on the line. And Dad, are you able to unmute Angela?
She is unmuted.
Hello.
Hello, Angela. Welcome to the USANA family. We are so excited to be working with you.
Thank you.
So
Pleasure
could you
to be here.
Yes, absolutely. So, and could you just tell the team a little bit about yourself, what you did for a living before you retired, and why you're excited about your USANA business?
I was an RN for 21 years and then I became disabled. And just in a week of taking the products, I feel so much better that I wanted to go ahead and become an associate.
Wow, that is so awesome. So in 1 week, and what have you noticed in a week on the products?
I don't feel as tired and I have less pain.
Well, who couldn't use a little more energy and less pain?
Yes.
That is
So
awesome.
true.
That's significant. That changes your quality of life.
Yes, it does.
Jay Henserling types, I'm so inspired by you, Angela.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
Well, Angela, I want to acknowledge you for being a great team member to work with. Me and Jay have really enjoyed working with you over the last 2 weeks. I'm really impressed by your ability to follow through on things that aren't not easy for everyone, but you continue to do it, such as doing technology, inviting people over and doing mixers, opening your own Facebook account, which I have to really give you a shout out that you took action on that immediately and opened your Facebook account. We're all going to be friending you now on Facebook, so get ready for lots of new friends.
Very good.
Yes. And last thing I want to ask you is, what are the possibilities you see for yourself in your USANA business?
I see growing and just sharing with others the good health that I hope to have.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, they say that if you're growing, you're happy. That's one of the keys to happiness.
Yes.
And it's funny how even some of the most accomplished people can be unhappy if they're not growing. So I really want to acknowledge you for growing, Angela, for being a great part of the team, and I look forward to continue to grow and impacting more lives together.
All right then. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome. All right, let's go to the next slide. So now we're going to do some recognition on rank advancements, and we had a few this week. Let's go to yes, new sharer Justin Zacharias. Big congratulations, Justin. A sharer associate is someone who made their first $50 check, and someone who's doing that every week is making $200 a month. So that you're well on your way, Justin. And when you're making that, your products are paid for and you're starting to go into profit. And you do that just by changing people's lives and being consistent. And Justin, I want to just acknowledge you for being on being at all the events, and for being so committed to your growth. You are a very upstanding young man, and I love working with you. And congratulations on advancing in your business. And big congratulations to your mom and dad, Claudia and Tony, for having such a great son, and for doing a great job building and leading you through the process as well. Great job, Claudia and Tony. Also, big congratulations to Ralph Baez, who promoted to the believer status. And a believer associate is someone who makes $100 in 1 week. Someone who's doing that consistently would be making $400 a month. And that means their products are paid for, they're into profit. And Ralph, you are well on your way, sir. Super congratulations to you on this big rank advancement that you had. Also, I want to acknowledge you for starting your own Facebook as well, getting your WAP binder done, and for being second place in the WAPnWin contest that's currently going on with our team. I'm super proud of you, Ralph. Thanks for being such a great friend and great team member. All right, now we're going to do some special recognition. We were number 5 top earning Emeralds in the U.S. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for making this slide, and thank you, Team DSI, for your continued support. We love working and growing with you. Big congratulations to Jared Harris, number 24 top preferred customer enroller in the U.S. market. I believe Jared is on the line. If you can unmute him, Dad. Jared, I just want to tell you congratulations. I'm super proud of you. You enrolled a lot of clients last week. Can you give the team a quick tip on what do you feel is making you successful with your business?
You know, the perfect thing to enroll new clients and everything is to always have fun with your clients. You know, really be their best friend first off. You know, really follow up with them. Say like, hey, how's it going, man? I missed you. What you been doing lately? And all that stuff. And of course, one thing that Randy Crebs taught me a lot is to always be sincere. You know, I've been taking the Cell Essentials, the Bio Omegas, and everything else, the Rev 3s, all that fun stuff. And truly, the biggest thing to always say is to really be sincere, really tell on how you feel and everything, and then really express your personal feelings about the USANA products and the positivity and the blessings that you have received, because everyone wants to be with a positive person who's full of happiness and wants to learn more about like what's going on with your life and everything. So yeah.
Wow. I love it. Well, thank you, Jared. Having fun with it and being sincere are 2 keys, and you are doing that. You can tell by your great results week after week. I want to acknowledge you for being consistent.
Thank you.
Big congratulations to Daniel Espinoza, number 24, top preferred customer as well. Super proud of you, Daniel. Is Daniel on the line, Dad? Daniel Espinoza? No, he might have actually gone to sleep. He did a road trip, and I didn't get any sleep last night. They exposed, I think it was like 10 new people in Seagraves over the weekend, which is in North Texas. Big congratulations, Daniel and Renee. It's awesome what you did and what you're continuing to do for people, and giving them new futures and helping them change their health and their finances. It's awesome to see. We were also top associate enrollers. That's awesome. I didn't even know that. Hey, just keep doing our job. Thank you, Dad. Ali Salim, big congratulations. Number 29, top associate enroller in the United States market. I know you're not on this webinar right now, Ali, but I want to acknowledge you as well for being a great team member. I had a great meeting with you today. You were doing awesome, and I cannot wait to continue to grow with you. And your mom's doing it great too, so it's awesome to see. Thank you, Ali. Special announcements. So convention passes are available right now for $279 a piece. So if you've been kicking yourself for missing out on registration, fret no more. We've opened up more tickets. Now you don't have to miss a thing. Come celebrate our 25th anniversary. Pick up convention-only specials and meet associates from all over the world. But you better act fast. These tickets won't last long. So if you don't have your convention pass, this is the time to get it. It's $279. If you have a voucher, that price gets cut in half to $140. I want to acknowledge Michael Baez for getting his ticket this past week. Way to go, Michael. Convention is the most important event of the year, and we will see you there. Also, we have an announcement for the Track WAPnWin to convention. So this is our 25th anniversary edition. And what this is this is an incentive all about the right behaviors and doing the right things for your business on a weekly basis. And right now in first place, we have Daniel Espinoza with 49 points. We have Ralph Baez with 43 points, and we have Jack and Jay Henseling with 38 points. That is awesome. The top three followed closely by everyone else who's on this list. I want to acknowledge you all for doing your weekly action plans, enrolling new people, taking action. You know, we've only been in for 3 weeks, and look at how much the points have grown. But I also want to say this: there's 12 more weeks left, so this is really anyone's game. And even the people at the bottom right now could easily go to the very top, especially getting your WAP binder in, and you get 10 points for that. Even somebody who has not started playing could start now and pass up everybody. In fact, we had that happen on our last WAPnWin incentive. So big congratulations to everyone. But if you're not playing yet, let us know, and we can add you to this and show you how to play the game. It's really fun, and the way that the prizes for first place, second place, and third place are listed right there. That's if you don't go to convention. But wait, there's more. If you do go to convention, the prizes are doubled. $400 cash prize for first place, $250 for second place, and $150 for third place. So the idea is that helps pay for some of your convention expenses, right? $400 cash prize, that would pay for probably most of your hotel, or pay for food for the entire 3-4 days. So it's definitely good cash. The cash works. So I'm excited to see who wins, and just really proud of everyone who's been involved. You get points by enrolling people, by doing your weekly action plan. It's all listed there. Again, let us know if you want to play, and we can certainly add you. Continuing on, if you are persistent, you will win. And let's keep going. When you enroll someone new, Angela Salim, now that you're on Facebook, you're going to want to add your new members to Facebook, your new clients. Right there, you add them at that box, and then you make a post and make them feel special and important. If your friends are not on Facebook, you can still make a post and put a picture on there, because we're building a community. Next, when you enroll an associate, make sure you add them to Team DSI, Duplicate Success International. You add them there, you make a post there, and you make them feel special and important. So you're building your community of associates and clients on Facebook. Also, I want to thank you all for saying welcome to all the new people. I noticed that we continue to do that as a team. It's really awesome, especially because we're welcoming people that aren't necessarily even in our business, right? You're welcoming somebody who's not even actually in your team, but you care about the team and you care about the new person anyways. That shows that community is present in our team, and that is really important to me. I think that's really important to everybody, that we're all helping each other out. We're all working together, and I love it. All right, so now I'm going to pass the reins over to Executive Gold Director Viola Crebs. In fact, we'll take a 5-second pause. And Mom and Dad, I want to give you an introduction also for this. So let's go ahead and bring Executive Gold Director Viola Crebs on. She has an amazing training for you prepared on Sanoviv. And are you there, Mom?
I am here, Jared.
Okay, so let's take a 5-second pause just for editing purposes, and then we'll go right into your awesome training. I can't wait to learn all about Sanoviv and how I can take my health to the next level and build my business at the same time.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Hello, my name is Jared Crebs, and I am an Executive Emerald Director with USANA and Team DSI. I am proud to have a very special guest on tonight's webinar training call. That is my mother, Executive Gold Director Viola Crebs, who's pictured here with my father, Randy Crebs. They are top income earners in USANA, top leaders in the company worldwide, located in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today, my mom has an amazing training for you, and I'm not going to steal her thunder. I want her to go right into it. So without further ado, Viola Crebs, Mom, are you on the line?
I am here, Team DSI. So happy to be here and to share how what we learned at USANA or at Sanoviv last week. We just recently got back, and I'm going to switch the slide here. So you do it here? Okay. So our health adventures at Sanoviv Medical Institute. When we started USANA 11 years ago, starting into our 12th year, I had no idea that there was such a medical institute as Sanoviv. Dr. Wentz founded Sanoviv more than a decade ago. So Sanoviv was probably 5 or 6 years old when we started our business with USANA. And I come from a radiology background, so I was used to Western medicine, and Western medicine was not cutting it for me, for my health. So when I learned about Sanoviv, which is a holistic institute that combines complementary medical therapies and traditional medical therapies, I was blown away. Dr. Wentz founded this, so it's like, what other company is out there that has a medical institute like this for their associates? And it's for other people as well. It's located in Rosarito, Mexico, and so it's right across from the San Diego border. So while we were at the San Diego National, we just extended our trip and went to Sanoviv for a week. So these dates right here we have totally taken advantage of Sanoviv to work on our own health, and also it's a big business asset as well. Sanoviv is optional, so it's not, you don't have to go to Sanoviv. For me though, when I learned about it, it's like I have got to learn more about Sanoviv. So you can see the dates here. May 2009 was our very first time that we went to Sanoviv, and then we went again May of 2011. We went again October of 2014, and then we just barely went again April of 2017. And I know a lot of the Team DSI have been to Sanoviv. I think Jack and Jay said that they've been there, and Phyllis has been to Sanoviv. So there's others that have been, and so this will be a really good refresher. And you know, it really hasn't changed that much with all these times going, but it has changed a lot in the meantime too, because we change daily. So with Sanoviv Medical Institute, you can choose what program to take advantage of. So it's a blessing. You can create it's created for us a new future where we can be proactive with our health. However, there are people that are looking for answers because they're having health challenges here in the States or in Canada or all over the world. And Sanoviv does testing and gets to the root cause of those problems. So there's just many different aspects to use Sanoviv with. What we did was we did what was called an integrative physical. So if you go back and look at those dates, May of 2009, we decided that Randy was going to be the patient, and he was going to be examined, and I was going to be his companion, which means that as a companion, you are assisting your patient, and you also get to enjoy all of Sanoviv for $100 a day. And so that is just like an amazing deal. And then May of 2011, I went to have my dental work done. So I'll explain a little bit about that. October of 2014, I went on an integrative physical. And then now, just most recently, I went for a follow-up to see how I've been doing after making all these changes that Sanoviv has recommended. So as you drive up to, well, you go into San Diego and you fly in, and what Sanoviv does is they pick you up at the airport or at the hotel, wherever you're staying, and they'll pick you up and take you in a van, and you cross the border of Tijuana and go into Rosarito, and you see this building, this little wall right here, this gate. It says Sanoviv. So you enter Sanoviv, and you can see it's just beautiful. The grounds are just beautiful. You can see the ocean there on the left. And I'm just so happy to be there. So these pictures are a compilation of the 4 different times that we've been. Most of them are more recent pictures, but I'll explain as to how we're using Sanoviv. You walk, so they drop you off, and this is the first thing that you see as you get off the van, and they help you with your luggage, and it's just a beautiful mansion. They take you on a tour of it, and really we spend a lot of time in this mansion because they do a lot of the therapies right here. Here's a picture of the grounds. So I took this picture. It was a panoramic view, and it's just so pretty there and clean. You feel so healthy. Then you go up to your room. So I'm kind of giving you a play-by-play as to what happens when you're at Sanoviv. You're not allowed to use your cell phones because really you're getting pulled away from all the stresses of everyday life, which is really awesome. So the only reason you can have a cell phone on you is if you're taking pictures. They like you to take pictures, but they don't want you making phone calls or doing business. So they do have a business office, and you know, a lot of people go in there with their laptops, and that's okay, but you don't have Wi-Fi in any of your rooms, and you can see the ocean. All of the rooms at Sanoviv face the ocean. And so you can sleep with the door open if you want, and you can hear the ocean. You can see the Talasso pools underneath. That's a little balcony that we have. They give you clothing to wear. So you're not even going to be wearing any of your own clothing. It's all organic cotton. So you have your clothes all laid out for you. It's like they know you tell them your sizes, and they give you the sandals to wear. And so they really don't want you to have any stress. You're not supposed to wear any nail polish on your toes or on your fingernails, no makeup, and you're really going to have a detoxing week. So so this is what the rooms look like. They are so pristine and beautiful, clean. There's the bed, and there's also a bed for the companion. If the companion is not your spouse, or you can, go to help someone, you can see it on the left there. There's another little room. There is the little rebounder where you can jump, and also those on the wall, those, what do you call it, spindles?
The pegs.
The pegs. Those are for stretching. So you can stretch with bands. And they teach you how to do all that. But basically, that's the room with a little balcony, and it overlooks the ocean and the Talasso pools. So when you get there, they give you a schedule every night so that you'll know what to follow. So it's not like you're going to be relaxing at Sanoviv. It looks like it would be such a relaxing atmosphere, but you're really busy. You don't have the stresses of everyday life, but you are really focused on your health. I mean, it's a very radical self-care that happens at Sanoviv. So you can see my schedule. This is for Monday. This is the first day because they want to do all the tests on Monday and Tuesday so they can get results so that they can start treating you or helping give you direction or do other tests if they need to. So you can see here, you start like the morning, the TV goes off with soft music at 6:15. And then you have vital signs every morning. They check your vital signs. You go into some kind of meditation. Monday was laughter yoga. Then I had lab tests. So fasting was required. You go get your blood drawn, and then you have golden milk. And there were so many things on this Monday. I met with my nutritionist. I had a microscopic blood analysis, dental. I had my dental exam, chiropractor exam. I even had a spa treatment, psychology consult, green juice, wheatgrass, ultrasound. I mean, could they have put one more thing in here? I don't think so. But it's just, you just follow it. And it's amazing how it all pulls together at the very end. So in the morning, you start out and you go over to the mansion and you have your lemon water with cayenne pepper, which has a very very good for your digestive system and your detoxifying of your body. So you are definitely detoxing the whole time you're there, just by the foods that you're eating. There is no coffee and, of course, no smoking. But it's just a very, very pristine environment. There's a picture of me and Randy right there by the lemon bar. And you can walk out and just spend a little time there by the ocean, wearing our organic cotton outfits. There we are. I can just feel it just by looking at these pictures. They make me so happy. And then you have meditation every day, and there are different types of meditations. This one is sound meditation, or it could be energy medicine. So you're learning all of these different modalities along with all of the traditional stuff that I already knew. I didn't know a lot of this holistic health. And so there's nothing like learning all of the different ways that you can meditate. These are some of the musical instruments that they used to do the sound meditation. And here we are in the, what would you call it? The kitchen. And this was a small group. This one was a couple of years ago. I didn't really get a picture this year of the group. This was a small group. It seems to be getting busier at Sanoviv. And one of the things that happens at Sanoviv now, it's becoming more popular, is called a retreat. And this is where that USANA associates might want to get together and go on a little Sanoviv retreat. And we'll talk a little bit about that afterwards. But so Elizabeth Ryder, who's a diamond director with USANA, had a retreat going on this year. And so she had an additional 16 people there. So it was quite busy. And so you go into the restaurant and notice we all look the same. We're all wearing our organic cotton, and you just become friends. Everyone cares about each other. And you can see we all have our little water bottles there. And so we're, encouraged to drink water all day long. There's water stations all over Sanoviv, and it's a triple distilled reverse osmosis water, and it tastes so good. And so everyone's got their bottle with their name on it. They give you a little bag to carry your papers or whatever it is that you need. And when you go to eat, they have the different oils, like the salad oils, and they call it an infusion, and it gives you the recipe. This was a very good one. I would try to take pictures of those just so I could remember. The food is just to die for. Like, you are eating like this all week long. Everything is organic. They have organic gardens that they grow a lot of this. They actually sprout their own sprouts. These are some pea sprouts. Very beautiful display of sprouting and vegetables here. And Randy, feel free to chime in. Here are some more of the vegetables. There's my plate. So believe it or not, one of the years we went, they had mariachis that came and entertained us. We did have an entertainment this year as well. We had a comedian come in. So this is all holistic, and it's all healthy to be in an environment of happiness. And so they just encourage all of that. One day is total liquid day. And so lime pudding shake, you have shakes all day long. And this was one of my favorite ones. It was so good. It was just amazing, the taste. And you do get a recipe book at the end, because the food is just, you want to duplicate it when you get home. One of the ladies that I ran into while I was at Sanoviv, her name is Gwen Doty. Many of you might know her. She is a Gold Director with USANA. She is the one on the far right. And Gwen is married to Dennis Doty, and they live in Las Vegas, Nevada. And her companion was in the middle. Her name is Rhonda. And Gwen was at Sanoviv because she had gone on a Mormon mission and had gotten this parasite in another country, wherever she was at. And this parasite was dormant for a couple of years. Like, it did not manifest itself until she went on another mission to another country, and then it manifested. So she got really sick. And so for probably over a year. She was so ill. She has lost all this weight, and so she couldn't they couldn't figure it out here in the States. So she went to Sanoviv, and they are helping her so much with her problem. Like I said, people are looking for answers, and she has totally is improving already. So it was really fun to be able to be with Gwen, because Gwen, we were friends. We worked business together for so many years. And here is Dr. Wentz himself. So every time that we've been to Sanoviv, we have run into Dr. Wentz. This time, however, we did not. And I missed it. We didn't. So this picture is from the last time. You can see that's Charlie and her mom, Colette Larson. Colette is she a 9-star? 10-star Diamond Director with USANA. She lives in San Diego. And her daughter, Charlie, had a transplant a few years ago. And she didn't have the transplant in Sanoviv, but she's been supported by Sanoviv because she's had, what is it that she had?
Cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis, yes. And it's been Sanoviv has been huge for them, because she was even able to have a baby, which takes a lot of courage when you have cystic fibrosis. Her son now is 10. Yeah. And we've known them for forever. So it was really fun. We spent the whole week with Colette and Charlie. You can see here, we've all been dunked in water because you go through a lot of detox. So it's just fantastic. A couple of other life-changing stories I wanted to share with you was a couple by the name of Carol and David. Carol and David live in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, and Carol was diagnosed with MS probably several years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but they did a spinal tap on her in Canada, and they found lesions on her brain, and they diagnosed her with MS. Well, a few years ago, she went to Sanoviv, and they did all of the testing there, and they found out that she did not have MS. She really just had gluten sensitivity. So she got off the gluten and followed Sanoviv's protocol for a few years, and she was back with us when we were there in April, and she's got a normal, healthy person. She is walking. She was to the point in Canada, she was numb from the waist down. She couldn't walk. So she's writing a book now, and Sanoviv has been life-changing. Could you imagine thinking that you have MS and really you had a gluten sensitivity? And David, her husband, has Lyme disease. So he's working with Sanoviv, and they're helping him with his Lyme disease, because Lyme disease is another one of those diseases that you need to get to the root cause, and you've got to have special therapies. And I'm not sure, I'm not sure actually if following it in the States, I mean, people are getting better, but I think at Sanoviv, they have it's a functional approach to your health, where it's different than when you come to Western traditional therapies, what we're used to. Shannon is another girl that I was really excited about, because her life-changing story was, Shannon is probably 30 years old, maybe 32. She's a beautiful young lady, and she has a little boy. She's, got a husband. They live in Michigan. She was there with her mom, and Shannon had been ill ever since she was like 15. I think she's been tired. She couldn't figure out what was wrong. None of the doctors in the States could figure it out. She had no energy. She was achy. She was her quality of life was really poor. So she went to Sanoviv a few years ago, and they found out that she had the liver, phase 2 part of her liver was not working. So Sanoviv, worked on that with her, and she's just doing amazingly well. It had been a couple of years, and now she's back to be rechecked, and it was really fun connecting with her and seeing how her life has changed. So you see a lot of stories. People with cancer will go to Sanoviv, and they choose to go there and have the functional approach to whatever kind of cancer that they have. Or on the other hand, people might want to go just to be proactive. That's where we are. We want to be proactive with our health. We want to know what it is that we can change so that we don't fall victim to something that silently just takes our health overnight, which wouldn't be overnight anyway. It all works over time. So you hear about these stories when you're at Sanoviv, which are very inspiring. This lady right here is a chiropractor. Her name is Elise Dubois, and she is the Gold Director with USANA. She's a chiropractor, worked at Sanoviv for several years. So we saw her every time we'd come. We'd go to Sanoviv, and we actually went on our Gold retreat together. So we know Elise, and we're good friends. She's now no longer working at Sanoviv. She moved to Puerto Vallarta and is a chiropractor there, but she's from Canada originally, and so she's one person that we really looked forward to seeing every time we'd go out there. This is a picture of me with my psychologist. So when you're at Sanoviv, you see a psychologist, and they go over your psychology of what's going on with you, because that's a big part of your health. So Sanoviv approaches health from all different angles, from your nutrition to your psychology to everything. Here's Randy, he's having a facial. All of these little self-care things just add up to your health. And you can see that they use Sansei Beautiful Science products. So it's our skincare. And you can see that that she's using the toner and the cleanser, and I had a facial while I was there this last time. They used all of the mask and everything. So this is me here. This is one of my visits. I think it was my second visit. Yes, I had dental work done, and Sanoviv has the most sophisticated way of removing amalgams, the mercury fillings in your teeth. I had 13, so that was a lot, and I was really afraid to let my dentist here at home do it, because he wasn't very careful. He did not believe in holistic health, so I chose to go to Sanoviv. And Sanoviv is so careful that they will not cross quadrants to remove your amalgams. They will make you, they'll only cross the quadrant. They have to give it 24 hours. So I literally had to be there 4 days to have my dental work done, of 13 amalgams. So here's a picture of me having that done. Dr. Claudia did it, and she did an amazing job. You can see that she is all masked up. Like, if your dentist isn't doing this and he's removing your amalgams, like, they need to take all these precautions. There's a vacuum that is, like, in case anything goes, in the air, it's vacuumed up. I was having chelation going on at the same time as having this done. And this is the highest protocol that I've ever seen of removing amalgams. They had lymphatic massages. They sent me home with different detoxifying elements. Just amazing experience with my dental work there. So hug me, I am amalgam free. I was so happy when they all got out. And that mercury is just not good to have in your body. And obviously I had a lot of them. So it was just one of these things that I didn't even think I'd ever be doing when I started USANA. Yeah, it was just a blessing. So throughout the day, they have, like, on your schedule, say green juice. So green juice is to help you with your detoxification. And here's the green juice that they're making in the blender. They have the recipe out. They also have wheatgrass at a different time. Wheatgrass was really strong. I know Randy loved it.
Liked it.
Randy liked it. I really had a hard time getting that down, but it's very good for you. I know that. And they also they check your athletics. So they want to make sure that they want to see where you're at with your flexibility, with your strength. And I'm proud to say that they told me I had the strength and the flexibility of a 50-year-old, which is 10 years younger than I really am. So this is a rebounder. Also, this is one of the exercises that they really like you to use, a rebounder at Sanoviv. We bought one last time we were there and have in our home that we use often. They have different, what did they have? Activities. They had Latin dancing. Tai Chi. Tai Chi, I really like that. We went twice to that. They have stretching.
The big medicine ball.
The big medicine ball, yeah, that we were using.
Oh.
So they have that, the athletic is very important. And then the detoxifying pools. This is called the Talasso pools. And, oh, I gotta go faster. Okay, so these pools, you do them in a certain order, and there's rocks that you step on for your lymphatic system, and they're just good for detoxing. Here's the pools that are salt water. You can see Randy there on the other end of the pool. Here's a lap pool that you can use.
Great picture.
That was a great picture.
Oh yeah, here I am with a 1,500 piece puzzle. Don't try to do this with a headache.
This one, yeah, you do kind of have a headache if you're detoxifying, especially if you're a coffee drinker. Plan on it. Plan on a headache. But the puzzle is supposed to be therapeutic.
Good team event.
I refrained from doing that because it kind of stresses me out. But this was a very busy puzzle. Also, they have the infrared saunas that are good for detoxing, and then you get dunked in a ice cold pool and then put back into the sauna. So there's a process that you use. Also, there's these spa. You can get a seaweed wrap, which I love when I'm there. At night, in the evening, there's most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. Then you go into the auditorium and you learn. So you get different classes. And In Defense of Food was one of the ones this time around that we watched. It was a movie. The flowers on the grounds are just gorgeous. The ocean, I just love the ocean. I took so many pictures of the different waves. It's just so pretty and relaxing. And then when you get all done, you get a book that tells you, and I'm going to show you here in a minute, it tells you like you get all of your tests. Oh, there we are.
You're on.
Okay, can you guys see it? So they give you this book, and in the book, they give you all of your tests that you've done. They gave me my ultrasound. They did an ultrasound on me, and they give you a discharge summary. So they give you all of what's gone on with you and any kinds of let me stand up so you guys can actually kind of see this. What they found out with me is that I am low on my hydrochloric acid and low on my potassium and also low on protein. I need to eat more protein or find out why I'm not digesting it. So last time I was there, I got diagnosed with intestinal permeability, which is leaky gut. And so I've been working on that for 3 years. I got off gluten, and so now we're waiting to get the test results so we can see where we can go from there. But I totally feel so amazing since getting off gluten. So these are like, they tell you all of your studies, and they've done so many that they give you this book. I'm so glad. And then they give you a program. So we have a diet and nutrition. You see the nutritionist, and she tells you what you need to do for you. She told me increase your protein. She told me avoid gluten 100%. And, nobody in the States ever told me to avoid gluten. Knowing that, I don't know, maybe they didn't know, but I'm so grateful. And then you get products that you need to take for your own health. And most of them are USANA supplements, but a lot of them are therapeutic doses or amounts of nutritional vitamins that are different than USANA. So there's specific to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And then you have all of your labs. Oh my gosh, all the labs they did on me was just, they give you all that so you can have them for reference. And the really fun one was when I have adrenal stress, you guys. I already knew that, but I had it like last time, this right here, this mental stress was off the chart. Okay, it was like over here. Now it's here. So I've improved by all the things that they've had me do. And so they really are testing that, and I'm waiting to get another test back for that. They check your blood to see the how oxidized your blood is. And what they found on me is that my blood looks really good. You can see there's no spaces. And so that means I don't have a lot of oxidation. However, some of these little cells right here have weak cellular walls. Can you see those? See, they're kind of jagged. And so they give you something for that. So they can see all this and help you with that before it becomes a full-blown problem. So, and then I have all my questions for the doctor because he's going to call me. And I've got all my questions to ask him because I want to be prepared when he calls. Also, they give you a, whoops. Can you guys see the, oh yeah, you can. They give you a recipe book. So this is my Sanoviv recipe book with all the recipes.
So good.
And I'm so excited to make those. And here's Randy's bottle. Can you guys see that? This is the bottle that they give you, and we drink water all day long. I just wanted to share with you how you would build business with Sanoviv. Catherine Lord, you guys might know her. She's an associate in my business. She learned about Sanoviv. Well, her and I were friends already. So when you're at Sanoviv, you cannot prospect because Sanoviv does not want any stress. So you cannot prospect anybody at Sanoviv. You sign a waiver that you cannot do that. But Catherine Lord, she was a friend previously. She saw it from social media. I had posted Sanoviv. Last time I was there 3 years ago, I posted Sanoviv and she saw that. So she became interested and she Facebooked me and said, where have you been? What is it? So I showed her the video. She ended up enrolling as an associate. So obviously people want you, if you go to Sanoviv, they want to see that you are really interested in holistic health. And you're a walking testament of that. And to me, I'm passionate about that. So anybody even goes anywhere near that subject with me, and I'm really excited. So it makes it easy to get people to follow you in that respect. If you go on the retreat, they have what's called a certification in nutrition advisory. I have that, and I can honestly tell you that it has probably not helped me in building my business. It is a nice little title. It's fun and it's cute and stuff. You do go and you do learn. You're always learning at Sanoviv, but you do get the certification. But I don't think it's really helped me as far as I think I have credibility anyway, and I would have done just as well without it. But that is one thing you get if you go on a retreat. And also the retreat is, I would say, if you go on a retreat, which let me give you some prices just really quick. So for the integrative physical that I went on, it's like $4,500. Okay, and for me, it's very worth it because with our insurance the way it is, our insurance doesn't cover anything here in the state, or it doesn't cover any exams. So I figure I can take that money, go to Sanoviv and get everything tested, like the ultimate, the ultimate physical. And when you go to have on the retreat, I think it's $1,700, which you go for like 4 or 5 days, and you get to eat the food. They do a couple of tests on you. You learn, you get your certification, and you get to use the pools. And it's just learning, getting your foot kind of in the doors of Sanoviv, learning about it. But I am thinking of putting together a retreat group for next year. If anybody's interested, let me know. I would plan on inviting guests to go, and they can pay their own way. But if you invite guests, that's a great introduction to USANA also. People go there and you just can't believe the institute that it is. So when you get done with all that, you have direction. Like for us, we have direction on what I need to do for my health. And I totally follow it. Like for me, I've changed my eating so much, and how I do how I treat my health anymore. And then you get on a little bus. Let's see if we have a picture of that. So this was a couple of years ago. We put a Rev 3 sticker on the Sanoviv bus, and we thought that was pretty funny, but we were probably vandalizing it. But anyway, they took our picture and they let us do it. And here we were, that we're done. We're ready to go back to.
It's actually a contest.
Oh, it was a contest at the time. That's right. We entered this into the contest. You were supposed to put Rev 3 stickers places, and we thought, well, that'd be cool to have it on the Sanoviv van.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, so we plan on going again. Obviously, we've been 4 times, and we're not stopping. We love this place. Absolutely. Randy, do you have any closing?
Nope.
This is a lot of information, you guys. I could go on and on with this, but hopefully you got some value in this. If you have any questions on Sanoviv, call me because I love talking about it.
And thank you for attending.
Awesome, Mom and Dad. Thank you so much for the great training. We all loved it. You could probably see all the chats going by as you were presenting. Renee Martinez says, I will call you Viola. All right, there you go. I know that I'm inspired to go after your after your presentation. I'm even putting it in my muscle testing questions. If I should go ASAP, go in 1 year, go in 2 years, try and figure out when the best time and what's the best program for me to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, guys, let's finish the webinar on time. Pull out your calendars, mark it for 2017. The next big, yes, muscle testing, Renee, that's the most important thing you can do. All right. Okay. So International Convention, August 16th through the 19th, 2017. USANA International Convention, guys, this is the big kahuna. This is the one worth traveling for. This is the one you're going to meet Dr. Wentz, our founder. You're going to see Dr. Oz, who's spoken at our last 5 conventions. You're going to meet all the top $1 Million Club members. You're going to see all the top earners from around the world, meet all the best doctors, have the most fun. This is it, guys. It's the 25th anniversary. Be ready. New products, everything. So make sure you travel. Go out a day in advance. Come home a day later. Mark your calendars. Look at all the people registered. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. We need to update this list. We have a lot more people registered now, too. Flights are about $360 if you go home on Sunday. And if you go home on Monday, then the flight's about $280, I believe. Next slide there, Dad. $280 if you come home Monday. So better get your flight. Start saving your money for your flight. This is it, guys. This is something you got to prepare for. We're talking to you about this 4 months in advance. But this is a time to get ready for a convention. Next slide. Success on the Beaches in Punta Cana. You can win a trip, all expense paid vacation, November 8th through the 12th, 5 days in Punta Cana with your USANA family. Next slide. Next slide. GoPro, November 16th through the 18th at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Eric Worre, Mr. GoPro himself, Pitbull, the international recording artist, and Tony Robbins is going to be there. GoPro last year was an amazing experience. Highly recommended. It's one of the more expensive events of the year, but they only allow people who are making 6 figures a month to speak at this event. There are payment plans available as well. Next slide. Texas Associates, this Thursday, April 27th, we're going to be having a mixer 7 to 8:30, and it's going to be at Health Natural Solutions like we always do. It's a great time. It's a great way to introduce your guests to USANA. And then we're having our Starbucks mixer, which has been just totally fun, and people have just loved it. We sit out there on this beautiful patio off of Babcock and 410, have a Starbucks, learn about USANA, bring your guests, hosted by Ralph and Mike Baez. Super proud of you, Baez brothers. And also in Texas, Renee and Megan Martinez will be hosting their event as well on Wednesday. We need to get a flyer for that. Thank you, Renee and Megan, for taking a stand for South Texas. And we'll find out other Texas events as they come. Utah Associates, mark your calendar for a skincare event hosted by Jared Harris. Way to go, my man. This Friday, April 28th at 7 p.m., hosted at the home of Randy and Viola Crebs. Beautiful. It's going to be awesome. And lastly, I just want to encourage you to keep everything in the trunk of your car. Be prepared when you go to meetings. Have your laptops, have your GoPro books, have your forms, have everything in your trunk. Be ready to go. Don't go to any meeting with your USANA business without your laptop. Make sure you have your forms. Don't rely on your upline for all their stuff. You be the leader. Want to encourage you to go pro. And that sums up our webinar for tonight. Thank you for being on. And if on the last slide we're going to basically go through any questions or comments. I know many of you need to leave at 9 o'clock right on the dot. So if you need to go, that's totally understandable. We thank you for being on tonight. But I will open it up for questions now. For those of you who have any questions, you can raise your hand if you want to ask any questions about Sanoviv, or what were the highlights for you on tonight's webinar. I always like to do a little after hours on our deal. And I actually only have about, I think my hot seat's coming up here pretty soon. So I only have a few minutes. Does anyone have a question first of all? And if not, then I want to choose a few people and get their highlights. Let's go with Michael Baez in San Antonio. You can unmute yourself, Michael. What was the highlight for you on the webinar?
Yeah, find the.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I got here kind of late, actually. You know how I work late.
Yes.
So I got the very tail end of it. But from what I saw, it sounds like it's a place to go. But really, you know, I mean, if you're real serious about your health and stuff like that. I wish I would have made it sooner to catch more of it. But like I said, from what I saw, it sounds great.
Oh yeah, and it's been recorded as well. So definitely you can access it probably later tonight to see the rest of it. But yeah, Michael, it's obviously I haven't been, but it's a goal of mine, and I think it just got rekindled here on this webinar. So thank you, Mom and Dad. All right. Let's go to Angie Salim, new associate in Tennessee. What was the highlight for you on the webinar tonight?
Just the peaceful surroundings of Sanoviv.
The peaceful surroundings.
Yes, so serene and peaceful.
Totally.
Totally impressed me.
Very, very serene and peaceful. That's what it's all about. Thank you, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Phyllis Walker. What was the highlights for you on the webinar?
Well, Jared, I also have been to Sanoviv, and all I can say is you need to save your pennies and go. It was amazing. When I went 2 years ago, I had chronic bronchitis, and the culprit was gluten, and I'm so much healthier now. I haven't had bronchitis in 2 years.
Wow. So you haven't had bronchitis in 2 years, and it was because of gluten.
Yes.
That's big time, Phyllis.
It was.
For sharing that.
It was so worth the money.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Phyllis. That's great to hear. That's exciting. And now you have a much higher quality of life.
Yes, I do. Thanks, Jared.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Jay Henserling in Schertz, Texas. What was the highlight for you, Jay?
Wait, am I muted or unmuted?
Unmuted.
Oh, good. So you can hear me. Okay. Well, obviously, I am just as passionate about that place as Viola is. It's amazing. It's life-changing. It is the absolute best investment you can make in your health by going. So I think that's kind of a mindset people need to, have about Sanoviv, is that you're not spending money to go to Sanoviv. You're investing your money when you go to Sanoviv. Because if you don't have your health, you have nothing. And literally, Sanoviv made the biggest difference in the health for myself as well as Jack, which also is translated to our kids, my dad, and all of the clients and associates that I have the pleasure of meeting because of the education that I've received there as a patient is just unbelievable. You take what you learn and you can pass it on, and every time you go back, there's more to learn, and it's just an amazing place. So thank you so much for doing that webinar. It honestly, the pictures are wonderful, but you have to experience it for yourself. Everybody be amazed.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. That's a really good testimonial. I'm so glad too, because your quality of life, you are healthy, vibrant, and happy, and it comes through.
Thank you. Yeah, for all of us, my whole family, it's really been a major positive impact, and I'm so very, very thankful that USANA has that as an opportunity for people to go to. Dr. Wynn created that.
For sure. Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's go to Jared Harris. What was the highlight for you, Jared?
Well, so far, Sanoviv sounds like a very fascinating place to go to. It's like the happiest place in the world, to relax for a week. And if I ever tell my mother about this, and she's going to ask, well, how much is the price? $4,500. Like, okay. But yeah, that's probably a goal that I have in mind as well, to one day invest my money, to put it into savings to really go down to a Sanoviv one of these days and really, have a very wonderful, relaxing time, away from life, from work, and just really relax, and that's just about it. So I'm really excited.
It's a great goal to have, Jared. I declare that you have the success in your USANA business to be able to do it.
Sure will.
Awesome, my bro.
Mm-hmm.
Final word goes to Randy and Viola Crebs in Salt Lake City. What was the highlight for you on the webinar?
Well, I think this trip was very eye-opening for me. Again, we heard some amazing stories, especially from Carol on, being diagnosed with MS and then having it traced back to gluten. And so from that, and I've known for quite a few years now about gluten, where right now I'm on a gluten-free journey myself, without being tested, but just to know. I think it was, they had a presentation on, I think it was like 35 or 55 different diseases that can be traced to gluten intolerance.
Wow.
So with that eye-opening discovery and stories, it's why would anyone want to be on gluten at this point?
So just being there, you kind of saw, I guess you got exposed to information and ways of thinking and being that
yes.
Gave you the right perspective to want to change your behaviors.
Oh, sure. I'm probably, before then I was maybe 60, 70%, maybe even more gluten-free, just based on being married to this beautiful lady. And now, my goal is to become 100% gluten-free.
He was even looking at the gluten-free beers.
I found a gluten-free beer because beer is one of my favorites.
And there are some. And Sanoviv will give you a list of gluten-free beers and gluten-free vodkas.
So what's the gluten-free beers and gluten-free vodkas?
I will text it to everyone. I will put it on the DSI.
But yeah,
so you guys can see what it is.
It's going to be a journey to find them, but it's possible.
It might not be a journey. It might be easy.
Jay just typed C-Rock.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yep. Yes, she's right.
Eddie.
Deep Eddie.
I don't know what that is,
again, that's a little harder in the state of Utah.
No, we can find it in Salt Lake City.
We'll have to go to our liquor store.
We might have to go to San Antonio to get it. Now, one thing I forgot to mention was Sanoviv does body code now. And that's the emotion code, that your emotions are linked to an illness, to an organ of your body. So there were 4 women that were qualified body coders, and everyone was having sessions, and they were amazing. For me personally, what was going on with my life when I was in 5th grade is tied to my adrenal stress. And so the woman that was doing this was, we cleared it with magnets. So the book Emotion Code that Jared's been talking about, I've read it, and I know some of you have gotten the book. They actually do that at Sanoviv now. And so that's a new thing that they hadn't done before. So it's just, Sanoviv is on the cutting edge, always forward thinking. Just so happy that they are around.
Yep.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Mom.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this idea. It was a great idea. And it was very enlightening, and I'm excited that the team got to hear it. And it looks like we're going to have more people going to Sanoviv because of this webinar.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes.
Amazing for everyone.
Absolutely. And next week, Rene Martinez has already contacted me. He wants to do a webinar training on his trip to Seagraves, Texas, and explain what they did, how they made it so productive.
Oh, very cool.
And just give you an insight onto what's going on in their business that's making them grow so fast. So that's also going to give me another break from doing another webinar, which is awesome.
My first question is how they got in a bank on a Sunday.
All right. Yeah, but they must have connections. Good ones, right?
Yep.
But Yeah, no, I definitely love doing the webinars, but it is awesome to have leadership step up and, you know, the cream of the crop rises to the top, and I don't even have to ask them.
Yeah.
It's the best.
That's awesome.
But, thank you, Mom, for this idea, and thank you for doing a great job tonight.
Well, it was my pleasure, Jared. I love it.
Awesome. Great. Maybe we can have you do more.
No,
All right. Well,
Renee gets it next time.
okay. All right. Well, I love you. Thank you. And let's go ahead and unmute the lines and have everyone say good night and God bless.
Good night. God bless.
Good night and God
Good night.
bless.
Good night and God bless.